Good morning everybody, welcome to the video. Okay, so in this video you join me in the luxurious location of, let me turn that light off, of Wakefield again, just visiting the kids as I often do. When I do come here, those people who watch the videos will know that I just camp out on their drive, come and see them, etc. and so forth. But welcome to my little micro camper, and this is a Peugeot Expert. It's a 2014 rather. Okay, and it's just a tiny little camper. Nothing overly special to most people, but special to me. Okay, bought second hand, already kitted out, already done up because I'm useless. I can't turn a spanner. I'm hopeless. But I thought I'd show you around a little bit, just a quick tour of the van, so to speak, for anybody who might be interested. Okay, so let me just grab you over here. Spin you around. There's a laptop whirring away. Okay, and we can see down here there's a little fridge freezer. I'll show you in there in a second. It's just full of rubbish. There's some storage under here that's mostly for water. Little cupboard over here that's just got bedding in and clothes in, really. Okay, and I use this for a little bit of storage as well. Bed itself is a rock and roll bed. You can see down here is a little switch. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Let me put some lights on. Okay, a little switch down here, and it's operated on a nifty remote control. Now the remote control did break. Initially when it came with the van, it came with this remote control, and can you hear it rattling? Okay, yeah. So that packed up, and I bought this one. Okay, and it's really funny because I bought it from, does it say in the back here? No, it does not, but I bought it from a robotics company. If I can remember the name of the company, I'll put it in the text at the bottom somewhere. I panicked when the bed stopped working. We were away at Love Van Fest, or Van Love Fest 23. It stopped working halfway in. It was just a fault that had occurred. Bad timing. But anyway, I looked at the parts underneath, took some photographs and stuff, and thought, oh well, all this is made by the same company, I'll give them a call. And they they didn't just send it to me. I purchased for about, I don't know how much it was, 20 quid or something, the clicker. Had to reprogram it and it was absolutely fine. But yeah, so I'll give you some info down below about that company. They do all the parts for the electronic remote control bed. Let's take a look at the fridge. I don't know anything about these sorts of things, to be honest with you. I think it's a fairly common brand, Sanyo or Sanjo. It seems to work really well. Okay, I've learned to not have it on its high settings. If you have it on its high settings, it just basically freezes everything, you know, within reason inside. Okay, but let's take a little look. We can see it's just a typical fridge arrangement. Door with you know, somewhere to put your bottles and whatnot. Okay. It's got a freezer compartment. I've got nothing in there at the moment, but it really does work quite well. It will not freeze anything from, you know, from raw or whatever. If you buy some frozen shopping, so like a little bag of chips or some ice creams or something, it will keep it frozen, but it won't freeze it. So you can't put ice cube, you know, water in there, expect it to freeze necessarily. Oh, a little bit of food going on in here, and this is fairly sizable. You can get a fair bits in here. I like to put some water in here. Got some bacon in there. I might have a bacon sarnie later. But that's the fridge freezer. It's just a little electric. Is it called a compressor fridge freezer? I don't know. I think it is. Let's just put some lights on under here. So this is the storage underneath the sink unit. We can see we've got fresh water, grey water, and there's plenty of space, I find, to put bits and pieces in there as well, which is really cool. And it works quite well. There's not a lot of pressure on the tap, the Dometic tap or anything, but it does the job. It works okay for me. A twin burner. It does need a bit of a clean. Again, just LPG. and a sink. Okay, you need to put the switch on up here to turn the pump on. There you go. Okay, and it works okay. So it's just a typical sort of arrangement. Okay, that's a lamp from IKEA, a little USB lamp, as you can see here. And I can plug it into the electrics. Let me move these out of the way. I can plug them into the electrics over here. I've got 2 USB sockets there if I wanted to. Okay, and I've got a 12-volt one there. But more often than not, I just plug it straight into the Bluetti over here, which is a really useful piece of kit. So in the wardrobe area over here, you can see I just rammed in my bedding. But I've got clothes in there and, you know, all that good stuff. And in that little cupboard there is the fuse box. Oh, I do need a new battery for that fire alarm, that smoke alarm there. It's not going to pick a single thing up with this bedding wrapped around it. But I do need to replace the battery, as you can probably hear it beeping away. But down here, you can see you've got plenty of storage. I've got like a bin thing here. This is full of my cooking tools, so it's got like pots and pans and cups and all that sort of stuff in there. Odds and sods in here, some cables, double back sticky tape, multi-tool, all that kind of good stuff. And somewhere back there is a tyre inflator as well. You've got to be quite careful when you put your stuff under here, because you don't want them fouling the movement of the bed and causing issues. We did think that was initially what had happened when the bed failed previously, but it was not. And then over here, this is just the perfect space for 2 camping chairs, which is what I keep in there. And of course, over here is my ouch pouch, plasters and stuff like that. Okay, and what have you. Here, this particular model, a Peugeot Expert, comes with overhead lockers, which are really quite useful. I keep my window coverings up here, caps in there. Don't think there's anything in there at the moment. There is a table that comes out, goes onto this rail here. We can see it just tucked in there. Now the curtain rail is just from Dunelm. It's just a shower curtain rail with curtains on it. And the thing is though, it does fall down from time to time. It's not built for this purpose, obviously. So you just have to be prepared for the fact that it will fall down, but it's really easy to put back up again. It just takes a few moments. Okay, just down behind here, if I can move these curtains out of the way a little. These curtains are too long really, but I'll use them as a draft excluder at the bottom of the chairs as well, you see. At the back here, I keep my washing gear, and I've got these little plastic drawers. Again, tea, coffee, hot chocolate, that sort of thing in there, which is quite useful. I might buy a second set because you can stack them up. That might be quite a good idea actually, and then double that particular space. And these curtains, they are so long that I hang them down here, as you just saw normally. They actually keep the drawers from opening in transit, which is really useful. For entertainment, I use the iPad. Just on here, I think it should still be downloading a movie from... Yeah, it is still downloading. Oh, did it do it already? Down movies. Anyway, so that's my source of entertainment. I tend to download movies from, you can't see it's all blown out, from iTunes. I've got Netflix and, you know, those common sort of things that you can get. I also carry obviously my laptop, which I can watch things on as well, and I have my, in that laptop bag, which I think is an essential thing if you're going to carry a laptop with you. I have my works laptop. My work provide me with that laptop, so I've got to take good care of it, and I do often work in the van as well. I'm going to do some of that later on, as a matter of fact. This is a sliding door on my left, and that's a sliding door on my right. So it's twin sliding doors, which is fantastic on a hot sunny day, and you get a nice through cross breeze, which is awesome. Okay, little additions. These little tubs cost me £1 each from B&M. Okay, and they're just double back sticky taped onto here with some of this Gorilla Glue stuff. If you got anything out of this video at all, no matter how large or how small, please do like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ask any questions that you may have. Just pop them down into the section down below, the chat area, whatever it's called. Journeys in due course, so please do stay tuned. Take care, and look. So do take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.